Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things. I had to make sure I said the right channel because I almost said Retro Cinema. It's like, wait, no, that's
Saturday. Yeah, actually, it's next Saturday.
Yes, and eventually we're going to be having a very special movie being shown, but we'll talk about that later. But first, I want to introduce my co-host, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I stole one of your. Well, I guess I can't say I stole it. You gave it to me, but it's your your Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's like since I've been sick, like the last 2 weeks, tastes are weird for me. Like things that I normally don't feel are sweet now taste uber sweet, and things I don't usually feel are salty are like uber salty. Don't get it, but. Yeah, so it's like I've been letting Troy drink all the Diet Dr. Pepper because it's like I'll take one sip, go, oh, sugar.
Too sweet.
Yeah, it's too sweet. And of course, we have our incredible guest for tonight, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. I just love saying that.
I do. It does kind of roll off the tongue, really. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies.
Yes. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing peachy. Me, it's just plain old straight from the earth water.
That's fair. Nothing wrong with that. Stay hydrated, no headaches.
Yeah, so like where I'm from, because we're in Illinois, we just call that Michigan on the rocks.
Mm-hmm. Gotta remember that. Michigan on the rocks.
Yep,
and I love the hat. I gotta get that. Okay. I gotta get that hat.
How do I make it big?
You select him and you go to the layout where he's big.
Solo? Nope,
nope,
that's me.
That's you.
I don't want me. How do I get back? Nope. See, I did this once before. I tried to figure it out, and it wasn't. Is that
click? No. Well, no. I thought you could just click on my picture.
Yeah, you click on his picture and
at the bottom there, and that should make me big.
Let's see. Solo layout. There
you go. Yeah. Make Klingons great again. That has to be a direct. And wow, now that I'm looking, I see Uhura back there. I see the Botlet. I see, there you go. Oh, the Star Trek VHS collection.
Oh, yeah.
What was the Deep Space Nine ship? The Defiant.
Defiant, that's right. Cisco's pimp hand.
Yeah.
I had to get that one. So.
But there you go, awesome. Okay, so real Star Trek fan. That's awesome. I'm thinking about either I'm going to do some Star Trek streams this month, or maybe I'm just going to re-release some streams I did on my Klingon channel. Yeah. I did some Klingon related holiday videos talking about the Klingon holidays, Ramnite, the Feast of the Long Night, and I think I'll probably put those out again.
In fact, if you go to Troy's other channel, Carton the Klingon
Cleric,
he actually has a cooking video on there for how to cook gak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
While we're talking, I'll get the link up.
Okay. Exit solo layout. Hey, I figured it out.
There you go. See, the more you do, the more you learn.
The more you know.
The more you know, right, exactly.
Before we get too far into the stream, let me say hello to everyone in the chat. I've got Connie Cleary being here first. Hi, sweetie. And then, of course, last caller, Trevor Shelley.
Hello.
We have Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies just saying hi to the chat. We have Logical Spock. Hi, sweetie. And of course, Big Al presents everybody's favorite teddy bear. Deleted Scenes giving a salute. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. Work's been busy, but I am here.
Yeah, we are so glad. I know how it is. Yes. It has been a rough week. In fact, I was just on a stream today with Michael French of Retro Blasting, and he was just saying that this month has been kicking everybody's tail, it seems.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, I know, like, at work, Troy's been swamped, I've been swamped. Because we had a reduction in force, I had so much extra work put on me. Like, I'm doing the work of 3 people.
Mm.
And this morning I figured out that if I adjust something a certain way for how I'm doing all these orders I have to fulfill, I can have us caught up to doing the day of orders by Monday. And I'm really excited for that.
Yep.
We have Jesse Guajardo. How you doing, sweetie? Deleted scenes, dropping all the links.
He's
So she's
awesome. He
that
is
way.
awesome.
I think that's everybody. If I missed anyone, please let me know so I can say hello to you. And of course, drop my hi sweetie in the chat because I do that. So, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. What made you decide to start a channel and why did you name it Groovy Movies?
Okay, the idea to start the channel came around the time of COVID. You know,
I get that.
Yeah.
I got let go, and well, from one job, and right there in that middle period, I didn't have anything to do. I kept goofing around on YouTube, and so let's start a channel. Movies, you know, I had begun to see a lot of public domain movies, and they had some decent followings. I said, okay, you know, I can do that. I've got a, a crap ton of old movies on some hard drives. Let's see what I can do. And I started the channel. For the name, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies, it just rolled off the tongue.
It does.
So I'm like, okay, let's do that. And so being a Trekkie fan, I was hanging out in, a little Trek community with, and by the way, birdofprey5.com. If you want one of these, you can get a link.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Is that going there right now?
Yeah.
And so, and the Batleth seemed to be the drawing point for a lot of people with me. So I, streaming with them on their little, live chats. Everybody, oh, look at the Batleth. That's just, God, you know how many years I've had that thing.
Wow. Now, for your movies, are they a certain genre, or do they like expand over time, like from the beginning of time until current?
Yes, I've got some silent movies on there. So
Oh, cool.
the oldest one is actually one of the first space operas, Himmelskibit. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was filmed while the First World War was still being fought.
Wow.
And it's about a trip to Mars. So that's probably I think that's the oldest movie I have on my channel. And you can find it in the playlist for silent movies. It'll be there. And what has happened is it's expanded. It was just sci-fi horror, but I played a few westerns, some film noirs. If I can find a comedy that's public domain, like My Favorite Brunette, which Bob Hope, one of my favorite comedies anyway. I've shown that, but recently I've gotten away from so much premieres on the channel, doing the watch parties, because I have a couple, 3 hosts that'll help me on the weekends, and we'll watch a movie, comment on it through YouTube, and you can watch it on Cosme, and listen, and we have fun backwards and forwards like that. One of my hosts, Yvette, she's an actual physicist. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So it gets fun talking with her, and how she's like this sci-fi horror fan as well, and so one of her favorite sayings is she doesn't mind putting her brain on hold watching these movies. But sometimes I get her. Like one movie, When Worlds Collide, okay, she had to, because there's just so much in there that breaks every rule of physics. so she had to comment on how the rocket ship took off, how they were, what what would happen if something as big as a planet came into our solar system. Which I had to agree. It would be all kind of chaos
Yep.
and things. And we would be looking at hours instead of days.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of these movies I grew up watching. So late, I was, so a lot of times as a kid I would have trouble sleeping.
Mm.
So late at night, volume really, really low on the television in the living room, watching these old stupid movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I love the film noir ones. It's like I'm gonna be dating myself here, but I grew up with a lot of black and white movies.
Yeah, we
And
all did.
it's like I grew to really love them because they're not like the movies now where they try to force plots and everything and all that. It's like if it's a mystery, it's a mystery. If it's a love
Yeah.
story, it's a love story. There's nothing complicated about it. It was just
Right.
good, entertaining fun. It's
But
usually something like the girl's in love with a guy. He's totally clueless. And then finally he figures it out. And it's like, oh, my darling, I didn't know you loved me all this time. We must
yeah,
get married.
or they simply cannot stand one another.
Yeah,
And
they
by
always
the
start out that
end of the
way.
movie, they're about to get married. Everybody sees it, but them. You know, like Bringing Up Baby,
Yeah,
Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn.
yep, I
That
remember
kind
that
of.
movie.
Oh, you never seen it?
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
I've seen
How
it a
did you
couple
miss?
times, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, how
And
did
then,
you miss that one?
and then of course, all the bogey movies.
Oh yeah, that's one
African
thing.
Queen,
Yeah,
again, he's got, this woman that's just high maintenance. He's got to get to safety, and, he hates her, she hates him, but they end up
yeah.
together.
They end up together. But one thing, as I've gotten older, when you had Bogart and Bacall in a movie, there was always that one scene. It was just the two of them, a couple of cigarettes, a bottle of liquor, and the shot glasses, and the metaphors when they back and forth when they talked. You knew by the end of the movie they were going to hook up,
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
and it as I got older, it just fascinated me just how raunchy the talk was in those scenes.
Yeah, because they
It
figured
really
no kids
was.
would be
I mean,
watching it, so it would go over their
uh,
head.
yeah, and I was like, man, okay, I see why they ended up getting married in real life. Because, that had to start flipping some switches, and it was it's precisely every movie the two of them made together. There was a scene like that.
Yeah, it's like when you see that on-screen chemistry, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
this movie is working because they work well together. But then you would see some movies where the chemistry wasn't there, and it's like, yeah, this isn't such a great movie because you're not feeling it that they're supposed to be a couple.
but yeah, well, there were a few like that,
Yeah,
but I mean, really, Hepburn and Tracy, like for instance, there was some chemistry there,
yeah,
and
yeah, Spencer Tracy.
all the rumors about them having an affair, and but I whether they did or didn't, I don't know. So forth, and I don't know. So
Jessica Harder said 12 Angry Men is a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a great
yeah,
one. That's a little civics lesson right there.
But now, are you talking the original or the remake?
Well,
Because
kind of both, I suppose. But yeah,
really,
the original.
yeah, definitely the original. And that, but one thing about that movie, the man, oh god, I can't think of his name now. The lead character, how he broke all the jury rules. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
that was okay. Now, I've served on a jury. You, no way in the world would you be able to do that? What he did.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. But this is exactly one of those examples of a dramatic storytelling where you gotta kind of
Yeah,
suspend your disbelief for the purpose of the drama, right?
yeah, you do, but I mean, a judge would not put up with that. I
No,
mean,
no, 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 probably not.
some kind of
Probably
way, they
not.
would have found out. I've served on a jury. They will find out if you do something goofy.
True, true.
But and now, one thing I have noticed, I mean, it is with movies today compared to what used to be movies, is storytelling. Period.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, we get a prime example. How many times have you heard somebody say no strong women
Huh.
Yeah.
in
Right.
movies?
Right.
And I'm like, have you seen a Western?
Right.
Uh, it's not a Western, but I'll give you a title. You need to go look it up. I'm sure YouTube has a copy of it. Mrs. Miniver.
Oh,
That's
okay.
probably the strongest female character I have seen in a movie. And she's a woman. It takes place during the Blitz. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
the husband's somewhere in uniform, and she's stuck there. You know, nightly bombing raids and whatever that's going on, and you know the stress that it's putting her under, and how she copes and manages with it. Okay, if you've not seen that, don't tell me there are no strong female roles in Hollywood.
Let's we one thing we gotta admit, and those of us that are a little bit older, we kind of know this, right?
Yeah,
Previous generations were just made of stronger stuff.
Yeah.
This modern generation, the Jennifer Lawrences, right, just don't know
yeah,
what it was like before, right? They've lost their history, so you get these stupid kids making these stupid comments where
yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence says, there was no, strong superhero women before me, and there's Sigourney Weavers out there going, excuse me, girl, you know.
I fought aliens in space.
Exactly.
hmm
But I mean, but that's even just going back to our youth.
yeah,
I mean, you're right. You go back to the Katharine Hepburns and
Barbara Stanwyck,
yeah, Barbara Stanwyck. Oh my gosh, right?
Oh yeah.
Betty Davis. Okay, people like
Hello.
strong women. Okay, that was, I mean that was the thing. And then if you look
Rosie the
at
Riveter was a thing,
yeah, that was a real
crying out loud.
Exactly. It's like
If you
even the children were stronger than the
Yeah.
ones now. The
Yeah.
ones now are wimps. It's like, I gotta walk a block to the store, drive me.
What, you think about the way kids used to play back in the day, right? You get thrown off the jungle gym, you break a tooth, you got a bloody nose, you'd get up, you'd sniff, you'd get right back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like-
you'd be trying to get back into the action, and your mother or a teacher or something was grabbing you.
It's like,
hoping you
hey,
didn't
we
break
gotta
something.
we
Yeah.
gotta pack that
Yeah.
nose. Okay, now you're good. Okay, get
Yeah.
back in there.
Well, it's like you're describing my childhood. It's like I was a tomboy, so I was always climbing on the monkey bars and all that sort of thing. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh, the guys can do that, I can do that. And if you can climb up there, I can climb up there.
yeah. I mean, it was just right. It was a different generation period, and something. A few years back, I told it was just an observation I made. That my mother, she one day she was watching Hallmark Channel, and
Uh-huh.
it was the Waltons, and it just dawned on me that entire generation is dead now.
Yeah, pretty much.
And see, those were our grandparents and such. And you know, you think about the things like your grandmother shows you how to take biscuits and make donuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, because she was around during the Depression, and so they had to figure out how to stretch things and make this last
Yeah.
because they didn't have the money all the time, to buy, just constantly buy food or
It's like,
whatever. So they had to make things last,
I
you
grew up
know.
in the 60s, and I remember, Mama having to pinch pennies, and it's like, okay, how can I stretch this further?
Yep.
And it's like, because she had
Hmm.
5 kids that she had to feed, and ranging from me being the youngest to my brother who's 10 years older than me. And it's like, okay, how do I feed 5 kids? I've got this much money. And she would
Yeah,
do things with rice and pasta and, whatever. And back then, ground beef wasn't as expensive. So, she
yeah,
put the ground beef in there and, zhuzh it up. And we had some good meals.
yeah. Hmm. And oftentimes I think about those meals and I'll try to recreate them.
Yeah.
So
It's like,
I don't know if you've ever done that, but I have.
yeah, it's like I wish
And
I had Mama's recipe book.
yeah, and then one day my younger brother was telling me how he had done that a few times. Things we'd grown up eating. Just and he figured out just thinking how mom used to make that, and he he actually did it. I'm like, okay, what did you do? Because he had me thinking, okay, it's been 30 years since I've had that, so you need to write that recipe down and give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I got some cookie recipes from my husband's grandma, and it's like, well, actually, my mother-in-law passed them down to me,
Yep.
and it's like I've been successful with every single one of them except one because the recipe actually calls for 7 cups of flour. I'm like, those aren't cookies, that's bread. And I have not been able to get that one to turn out as good bread or even good cookies or even bad cookies. It's just, I tried cooking this thing.
Yeah, there had to be something.
It was a
Yeah.
brick.
There had to be something wrong with that recipe. I don't know what it is.
It was probably the flour not sifted enough. That's usually
Something,
what happens. Yeah.
something, or she meant 1 instead of 7 or something. I don't know, but whatever it
And
was.
this is growing up with a generation. It's a pinch of this and a dash of that. And you're like, well, how much is a pinch? You can just feel it. I don't know what it feels like.
Yeah.
But now, back to the movies.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay. The other day, I actually watched a movie I hadn't seen since it came out. Uh, Back in '84. It was the version of Razor's Edge that Bill Murray did.
Oh,
And I was at the time when I first watched it, in the '80s, I'm like, okay, Bill's trying to do serious acting. Didn't really think about it much anymore. That was the one and only time I had seen it. I watched it the other day, and okay, now I see where he was going with this, and it's not a bad movie. So if you get a chance, watch Bill Murray's Razor's Edge.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that would that's actually kind of surprised me after all this time.
Nice.
And
I don't know if I've ever seen it, so we'll have to add it to our movie list.
yeah, 84. Yeah, 1984 is when it originally came out.
Okay.
And I just watched it. Just at the time, it was Bill Murray. So, you know, Ghostbusters and Saturday Night Live. So, just wondered how he would do, you know, in a dramatic role, which it it was okay at the time, I thought, and still it's okay. But looking at it now, okay, I'm like, this should have been part of my collection. It's going to be part of my collection. I actually liked the movie a lot, quite a bit, you know, now as opposed to when I first saw it.
So, what would you say is what's the word? Your most cherished movie in your collection?
Hmm. I don't think I have. Well, I don't think I have one that's cherished.
You know, like your
But
favorite.
well, that varies from month to week to
I know the
year.
feeling.
So now, one that you know, okay, one that I will just pick up and pop in the Blu-ray on a whim. Uh, El Dorado.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Well, yeah, John Wayne, James Caan. It was that movie and was El Dorado, Rio Lobo, and Rio Bravo. Those three movies are actually the same movie that John Wayne and Howard Hawks did three separate times. They just kind of mixed things up, each one,
Oh,
and you know it's the same thing. You bad, you know, John Wayne, the uber good guy, some bad guy, and you had either a drunk or a old comedic character that rounded it out. In Rio Bravo and El Dorado, it was either Dean Martin or not Burt Lancaster, but Robert Mitchum. They were the drunks. They,
oh
you
yeah.
know, used to be good with a gun, but they were drunks now, and he kind of rehabs them. Rio, Rio, yeah, Rio Lobo. You had Jack Elam, old crazy guy with a shotgun, and every every time it comes to his scenes, I laugh my butt off. You know,
Oh yeah, it's
mainly
like Cat
he's just
Ballou. Who's the
oh yeah,
gunslinger?
Oh, Lee
Lee
Marvin.
Marvin.
Yeah,
Marvin,
yeah.
yeah. When he has to get back in the gunfighting shape.
Oh, yeah.
That
That's
was
a great, great.
yeah.
That whole bit is just awesome. You know.
Oh, so you see, okay. Now, Disney Sheep Herder, you know, Devil's Partner. That's on my channel. You can go watch that.
There you
Oh,
go.
cool. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
1961. That was one I discovered maybe 5 years ago. I really had never seen that one, and it's just a crazy movie. You know, old guy makes a pact with the devil and comes back as his younger self. You know,
Wow.
and starts messing with this guy that owns the gas station in the town. You know, trying to I guess take over everything that's his.
Nice.
Very interesting and fun movie to watch. You know, get you
Yeah,
a
it's like
couple, have
some
a
of the
couple
movies are good.
beers.
Yeah, some of the movies are good too, where it's just going along, and then suddenly there's a twist, and it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that, and it's like, okay, now what else is going to happen? It's like those ones are
Yeah,
good too, because it's like you're not expecting it. But most of the movies will have some sort of formula. You know, boy meets girl, boy loses
yeah,
girl, Boy ends up marrying girl.
Yeah, for the
Right.
for the twist, you need to go with Alfred Hitchcock
Yes,
because
definitely.
he will always, he will always stick that MacGuffin in your face.
And he
You know,
cameoed in every single movie.
yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it
Just
was
you
it was a
watch it
game of
just to see him. You know.
yeah. It's like spot the Alfred.
Right.
It's like
And
Stan Lee being in every single one of his movies, where you just see him as that one-off character, says a line, and then walks away or whatever. See, I like things like that. It was just adding that extra little bit of fun.
yeah, it did do that.
I'm sorry, I have
But
to
I
turn
mean,
off my phone. Some idiot keeps calling me, and I don't recognize the number.
That's fair.
Power off. I
okay,
mean, I
so,
can hear it vibrating. I don't know if anybody else can, but it's annoying the snot out of me. Okay, my phone is off.
I know how that goes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I always keep my phone on vibrate because I don't like to hear it ring. But this person's called me 3 flippin' times during the stream.
oh,
It's like,
Hate when
dude,
that
leave a
happens.
flippin' message. I don't know your number. Leave a message. Okay. Oh, Disney Sheepherder said, I've been following you for over a year. Honestly, you are one of the first 100 I ever followed. Look
Oh.
at that.
Nice. Nice.
oh, cool. So
Uh,
it's not Disney Sheepherd. It's got to be a different. It's got to be a different name. But I got a fan somewhere.
well,
Right.
Disney
Might have to
Sheepherder.
have him stuffed.
Disney Sheepherder will be my guest next week. So,
Returning guest.
returning
Yeah,
guest,
Yes.
yes. I
absolutely.
believe it's next week. Wait. I might have my dates out of order.
That's okay. You keep going and I'll look it up for
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
No, he's
Okay.
December 14th. So he's not next week, but he has kept coming. Just to go ahead and
1954's Gojira. I do like that movie, but okay, I wish they would come out with a version that is not subtitled. Just do voiceovers. Subtitles tend to drive me crazy
Yeah.
in a movie because you've got hearing and you've got vision. Okay, hearing the dialogue and watching it being played out on the screen together, that's optimal. See, if I got to read and then I'm doing this, trying to keep up with what's going on. Okay, it's like a reverse ping pong match that'll drive me crazy, and I always miss something, either in the action or the dialogue.
okay.
But okay. Oh, okay. You've got both the original and the Raymond Burr movie, which we all saw as kids so many hundred thousands of times. Because I know I did. You know.
Okay, my computer's being annoying. I went to my desktop to look up who my next guest was, and it rearranged all of my icons.
Oh.
I hate it when it does that. It's like, why?
Things. Okay.
So what is upcoming for you?
Upcoming. Oh, 300 this Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we saw that was coming up Saturday, but there's going to be if you miss it on Saturday, Netter's got a stream coming up real soon because
Oh.
no, what's going on? Why are we going to be doing it on your channel too, Netter?
Well, because I'm one of the 300.
Yeah, Netter just
okay.
hit 300 subscribers. Actually, she's at 304 subscribers, so she'll be doing a rewatch too. And that's okay. That's okay. Catch it on Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies,
Yeah.
and then catch it on
Watch it
Netter's
again.
Network.
Yeah.
I'd like following week. Is that when you're thinking about doing it, or when are you going to do the rewatch?
Not sure yet because I still have to pick out prizes for the people watching.
That's fine. That's fine. I've done the thumbnail for her, so coming up in the near future,
Oh,
in
okay.
a week or two, because of course we got to offset that from Big Al's rewatches too.
Yeah.
So it'll be coming up on Netter's Network Retro Cinema. So
Okay. Finally
Oh,
got
okay.
my schedule up. Pacific 414 is my guest next week.
right, Pacific 414. There we go.
It's like, yeah, my computer just went all
So,
cattywampus on me.
okay. So, I wish I had known that because I was like debating between the 300 and one of the, uh, I don't know.
Oh, it's not a big deal. It really
Yeah,
isn't.
no,
Um,
that's perfectly
Just
fine.
more
Yours
places to
was up
watch.
first,
yeah.
and that's great.
Well, see, I kind of thought my host Yvette would like, see, especially after the Twins of Evil,
Oh yeah,
So I was, she, give her a little beefcake, after.
that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
So that was, that was the thinking, and she seems to be excited about it. So we'll see. Mhm.
Okay.
And
That's not a big deal at all. It's like people overlap movies all the time. It's yeah, we'll say, oh, so and so is playing this movie, and it's like I'll
uh,
be doing it the next week. It's like so they get to see it twice.
My friend, this is how it works. We will
yeah,
absolutely support your stream
yeah.
when you do yours. And Netter hasn't even posted hers yet, but
Oh, okay.
we'll post that too. And uh, hey, what does PJ always say? Together we grow.
Yep.
That's
Together
what this
we grow.
community
Yep.
is all about, and that's why Netter does her Thursday things to promote you and the people in the community and whatnot, and that's perfectly fine. And then whenever hers goes up, we'll be posting that too, and
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good, right?
Yep.
and I will be there.
Of course you
Just
will.
I will be there. So
We hang out in your streams, you hang out in ours, and that's always
yeah,
good. And whether you're there live or Memorex, so to speak, that's perfectly fine. That's
The
perfectly
youngest
fine.
won't understand that, honey.
Well, come on. This is why we do what we do, right?
yep,
We teach the young ones about those old references. And
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
So who doesn't remember that commercial? Is it live or is it
Is it
memory?
live or
It's
is
all
it
the youngins that are in
Memorex?
the audience.
That's okay.
That's right. They don't even know what a cassette tape was. So
I know you really want to
Right.
confuse the youngins. Put them in a room with a rotary phone. Tell them dial a phone number.
Right?
It's like
or
dial this number. How?
or give them the exchange for the phone number. You know
Oh gosh.
that would kill them.
Right?
Yeah, because it's like when I was growing up, it was PO 51313 for the police and FI 71313 for the fire department. And back then, you dialed 0 for the operator, and you got a
Yeah.
person.
Yep.
I tried dialing 0 not too long ago. I didn't get nobody.
Uh, that they killed that ages ago.
Yeah.
Dialing
Then there was
zero.
calling time. It was 2288000. And you would hear the little lady going, at the tone, the time will be 9:42 and 10 seconds. Beep.
Yeah.
And then we keep repeating, and 20 seconds, and 30, until at the tone, the time will be 9:43. Beep. And I actually sat there and listened to her for a while to see if she messed up. I was 9. Give me a break.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
So Philip Gaming is in the audience. Hey
Yeah.
Phil.
I've been trying to say hi to everybody as they've been coming in,
Yeah.
and putting them up on the big screen, as it were, to say hello. But
Good
there
to
we
see you
go.
again, Philip Gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and if you wouldn't mind, please hitting that thumbs up, because every little bit helps. Shows I have 11 watching currently, and I have 12 thumbs up. So we have a ghost person in here.
It may have been. Was that me? Yeah,
No,
that
no, it's
was a name.
13.
Now it's 13. Awesome, awesome.
Well, I had thumbs myself up because I did.
Well, thanks. No, of course. Thanks for all the
Oh,
love.
Disney
You guys
Shippers
are
said
awesome.
14.
You guys are awesome.
Because they are. They're amazing that way.
Yeah, okay, and okay. One thing, you
Hmm.
the other day I was watching that travesty that has become Doctor Who, or
Oh, gosh, yeah, right?
yeah, and you were kind of lecturing me on that, and I after watching it, I decided it's time to let that franchise go.
Yeah.
I've, I've done that with Trek several years ago, and then lo and behold, computing. Oh, what's his name? Dave Cullen.
Dave Collin, yeah. He
He
had a
did him.
great stream about that.
Yeah, and that was his suggestion. It's time to let that stuff go.
Just just let it go, yeah. We will we'll probably be talking about that subject on Sunday over on Age of Boomers channel
Oh yeah,
when we do uh, uh, what's the stream we do every Sunday?
Geeky
Geeky
geezers.
Geezers, right? Exactly. We're still putting that. We're always putting that stream together. So every Sunday over on
yeah.
Age of Boomer stream, we talk about the Geeky Geezers. We talk about what's going on in pop culture and whatnot. And yeah, there's going to be some stuff. There's going to be some stuff. Let me tell you, my friend.
Culture. There is no culture anymore. I mean, it's going to die with us. Culture.
Uh,
I mean, it's going to die with us. I think.
Well, and look, that's why all of these channels, in our community, we're fighting that culture war, right? Like Age Boomer, like yourself, right? Like PJ over at Orville Nation. I would have to say Doomcock, right? And all of these channels, it's the culture war, and hey,
Yeah. Well.
we fight the battles in our own way, right?
But I've been just
The Bosco scenario is in the house.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend.
Well, just before he posted, I said, lurkers are always welcome. So then he posted.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I was
see.
like,
But I've been just thinking of mulling that over in my head ever since I saw that Cullen video, and he's right. We need to stop fighting it. We need to walk away from it because I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Doomcock, but it's time to leave it alone, dude. We're wasting bullets.
I know.
yeah.
I
So I mean,
I
and
got you.
Dave he gave some a great suggestion. Let's see if we can create the stuff ourselves. And
Absolutely.
I've been I pulled out an old outline I did years ago for a book, and I've been going over it. Said, okay, we can change this, change that, and add this, put this here. I think I have the makings of a steampunk story
Neat.
just from playing. Something I didn't have anything else to do. Just did like a crazy outline. So
Well,
in my free
to
time, I'm going to start playing with that.
if you get to a point where you would like some eyes on it to help with proofreading, I'm
Yeah.
happy to help out.
Oh, that would be great. I have to get back into it first. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's another YouTuber that I read read for that's the wrong word, proofread for his book. I actually haven't seen him in a while. His name is Nate Chen. So I hope he comes back around. But he wrote this incredible book, and I got in, of course, sections. But as I'm reading along, I'm like, this is really good. When is this going to be published so I can own a real copy?
and just thinking, all right, this would be okay. If I can get this to work, it doesn't have to be published. I've got a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
All I need is a couple of voice actors.
There you go. It's
So,
like if you need some accents, I come to Scottish because my grandfather was Scottish.
yeah. See, I
And
can,
my, and my mother's British, so the accent from that comes out as well.
oh yeah. So just different things like that have been just firing off in the brain. So yeah,
Yeah.
it would be something for me to do in my downtime
That would be
instead
really
of
cool.
just
It's like once you get that started, I'd love to be a part of it.
cool. Okay.
Absolutely.
Troy, do you have any questions or anything for our guest?
No, absolutely. No, I mean,
No.
I've been no, I didn't mean it that way. It's just I've been so focused on what you guys have been talking about, I just want to encourage. The one thing I do want to say though, guys, as we always say, subscribe to our guests, subscribe to each other. I know that. Deleted Scenes is dropping all the links right now,
Yes,
but of
he is.
course, Netter has probably linked in the description. Our guest tonight, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. Make sure you are subscribed to him and hit that notification bell for him, because when he goes live, you want to make sure that you get over there. He does what Netter does, and Big Alan, and so many others, Deleted Scenes and whatnot, with the movie watch parties. He does the whole Cosme link in his chat so that you can watch along with him live, with his commentary. Such a great service he provides. So glad that you're a part of the extended community, my friend.
Absolutely.
I really didn't realize it was a community. So
Oh, yeah.
We are family.
yeah, I was just out there having fun. I got the idea from watching too much MST 3000.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm with you, my friend.
And I figured if they can do it with old movies, I can do it with contemporary.
Jesse Guajardo said, dude, I've been writing my own comics in the old-fashioned way. Paper, pencils, and inks.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. So make sure you're following, Jesse Guajardo too, and all the others.
Deleted Scene says, that's really Jedi Bill. I can't take credit.
No, that's true too. He's another one. So awesome.
So, you had mentioned what you have coming up, which is the 300.
Yes.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to tell our chat about, that you have maybe upcoming, or are you going to have any guests on that you want to promote, anything like that?
Well, I'm not doing any guests right now. There is one guy I would like for him to join us when we do a movie. It's another British guy, like Yvette. He words and pictures. He does. If you noticed in the chat, he does like a lot of the information about the stats and whatever about a movie. Little facts. He's always bringing that stuff out, and so I kind of wanted him to host with me and Yvette at least once. He keeps declining. I guess he's afraid of the mic.
Shy.
Yeah, so
Tell him he doesn't have to have his picture shown. He can be an
I know I only recently started having my picture, shown. So It's not like it's a requirement, you know. And I think he knows that. So
Jesse Guajardo said, "Is that Tony? No, wait, he's from Australia."
Yeah, right.
no,
Yeah, it's like
another.
Troy teases me because I keep confusing. Was it Analog Toys with what's the other one? It's
Oh.
Tony and
Bosk's Bounty,
Bosk's Bounty.
and
because they sound the same to me.
they
Oh.
have
And it's like, wait, is this Tony? And he's like, no, it's Boss Bounty. I'm like, okay. Is this Boss Bounty? No, that's Tony.
So they're both what, Australians, or an
was
Australian
it-
and a New Zealander?
Tony Roberts of Analog Toys is originally British, but he has since moved to Australia. So I guess we could call him Australian.
Oh, okay.
now.
So he's probably incorporated a little bit of that Australian accent.
Yeah, he's got that kind of accent that's kind of somewhere in between. You know?
Yeah, that's why it's like, he sounds so much like Analog Toys. It's like, wait, which one is this?
I'll
But
have
they're
to
both
watch
good
some of
guys.
these
If you're not
guys.
following them, you should. Yeah, they're really, really great guys. I mean, especially if you do any sort of toy restoration or you want to know how to restore toys, you definitely want to see Tony's
okay.
channel. And Boss Bounty talks about Star Wars. His favorite character, obviously, is Bosk.
And you're also thinking of Toy Ploy. Toy
Ploy,
is
that's the other
one
one.
that does the
Yes.
the
Okay, there's three of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of great channels, but speaking of great channels, I did want to say, because in the next half hour or so, deleted scenes. Make sure, and I just dropped the link because in a half hour, he's got his weekend update coming up.
yeah.
So that is the next thing you guys definitely ought to go check out. Hit that
Definitely.
thumbs up for him. I've already done that, so I can't do it again. Well, I mean, I could, but make sure you do it an odd number of times. So, but that's going to be the next stream coming up.
Oh, okay. Weekend update.
Yep. Just dropped the link for him, and that's a
I
little.
thumbs up.
That's a little bit later tonight, and then tomorrow I am going to be appearing on Tea and Telly with Maria. We got a little skit called "The Smelly Alien." That's going to be fun.
That sounds
her
interesting.
special guest is Alon Carter, who I've been following too. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is tomorrow night at I want to say 6 Central, so 7 Eastern. I don't know what time zone she's in. It's all the different time zones. You guys got to do the math yourself.
Yeah. That's the only problem with YouTube. The damn
Yeah.
time zones.
Absolutely. And then after that, tomorrow night, last call over on my channel. My special guest will be Dr. Marissa Pay.
Oh, yeah.
She is an occupational psychologist who's got a book out called 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. So we'll be talking about her channel. We'll be talking about her her book, and that'll be tomorrow night on Last Call. Let's see what else. Saturday over on Big Al's channel, it'll be, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. What is it? What is
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's going to be fun. But let me get there. It is where is it? It is Saturday. Films with Friends. The Lion in Winter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the Saturday watch party. Of course, just like you do. We're gonna have that Cosme link in the chat so you can watch along with us. That's gonna be great. Then of course, deleted scenes on Sunday with Jedi Bill, Western Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what the stream is, but I'm sure Deleted Scenes will let us know, and he'll drop that link. And that is in advance of his Unscripted, which is at, I believe that's 7 Central, which is 8 Eastern. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what the Unscripted script is for
So,
Sunday.
Deleted Scenes, if you want to drop it in the chat, please do.
Absolutely, I'm sure he will. A lot of links to drop. And then followed up by Geeky Geezers on Aged Boomers channel, where we will bring you the week's geeky news.
Okay. I don't
Absolutely.
have. Okay, what was the link for the Lion in Winter? I don't have. That's one I keep missing.
I will
Keep missing that channel.
give me
I've
a
been
second.
meaning to.
I will get that link for you.
Oh, Lioness
Big Al
Exile.
Presents.
Yeah, it's like,
Lion in
she is such a
Winter?
cutie.
There we go. Just drop that link for Lion
Oh.
in Winter.
Yeah, Big Al. I keep.
Oh, I thought you were saying Lioness Exile. Never mind.
Yeah.
Different lion.
There, yeah, right.
Yeah, I keep missing that link. So. Oh, I hadn't even. Okay. Oh, okay. I hadn't even subscribed. Well, I am now, Al. So.
There you
Awesome.
go. See, and that's what we got to do. We got to subscribe to,
Yeah.
everybody in the chat, all the people in the extended community, because really, together we grow.
Deleted Scenes said, A Night in Old Mexico, 2014, starring Robert Duvall.
That is the Western Cinema on
Yeah.
Sunday. And then, of course, we round out the weekend with The Other Side of Midnight at 11 Central, but midnight Eastern, over on Deleted Scenes channel. Trying to remember. Do you have a guest for The Other Side of Midnight this week?
If you can drop in the
drawing
chat
a
Deleted
blank.
Scenes, that would be amazing.
That'll be
Let's not keep that a secret.
right. The Other Side of Midnight. I don't think I've gotten the updated one up there on the group yet, so I don't have that. But
Okay.
he's dropping the links as quickly as he can. He just
Yeah.
got the Unscripted. He's a dynamo.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll go to Tuesday, because Tuesday
We're back with Deleted Scenes.
we're back with Deleted Scenes, and
Okay,
we
when
will
we
be.
say he's the hardest working Blue Wrench,
He really is.
he really
Yeah.
is.
Because
Yes.
he's got also all the streams. Tuesday we will be at Sparkwood and 21 for the season finale of Twin Peaks season 1. We'll be watching the season finale and doing a deep dive on that and chatting about that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one.
Deleted Scenes says he doesn't have the link up yet for either.
That's fine. That's fine. But you know what it is? Just make sure you're subscribed to Deleted Scenes. And, yeah. And you know what? One other thing I'm going to do is let me get over to my Friday night last call. I am going to share this link out. Where is it? Here we go. What is the invite members? Thought I had an easy link to it, but I guess it's just an ugly link. I've got a group on MeWe for Last Call, and it's a great group to be a part of, because we have all of these links to all the different events, all the different YouTube streams I put up as an event over there. So it's not a bad idea to follow that. It's a great way to keep up with us. Of course, everyone, make sure you're subscribed to everybody's YouTube channels. Follow us on Twitter. Do all the things. You guys know how the social medias work.
Yeah.
And that is the week in review. Until next week, Tuesday. Netter, who's your guest next? Thursday. That's what I meant. Thursday.
Pacific 414 will be my guest. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, you should be as well. So we're going to do what we always do. Talk about them, talk about their channel, and see where we go from there.
So, Mr. Londell, any last words for the chat?
This has been kind of fun,
Good.
I was more talkative than I normally am.
Good. No, that's great. That's what makes a great stream.
Yeah, so everybody have fun. Watch a good movie, watch a bad movie.
Yeah.
Just, enjoy life, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want a bad movie, watch Ouija Shark.
Yeah, there's always Ouija Shark. That's the one that Al mentioned to us. Absolutely.
But he does not recommend.
He's not recommending unless you want to see a bad movie.
Yeah.
I still think Ishtar is worse, if you've ever seen that one.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I don't think I have. And now I'm a little afraid.
Big T, any final words for the chat?
No, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Tonight is, Thursday Things is about, promoting the group. We always have someone on whose channel we talk about and what they're doing and promoting them. So especially make sure you're subscribed to Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies tonight. But make sure you're subscribed to everyone that we mentioned, all the links that Deleted Scenes is dropping, everybody in the chat, subscribe to all of them. If nothing else, you're helping out with their channels and helping to build them. But you know what? This community, we all share interests, and so if they're in this community, they're probably putting out some content you're going to enjoy and have an interest in. So that's another reason. Make sure you're following, hitting that notification bell, and sharing out the streams whenever possible. Just we help each other out. One hand washes another.
And it's so encouraging.
Rising tides raises all ships, and so forth. So that's it. That's it for me.
And y'all know what I always say.
Yeah.
We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat. And you're dropping comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys aren't just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you choose to be here. That is just so encouraging. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our guest, and we will definitely see you next time. Bye now.